Welcome to Essential English Only.
Your practical English lessons in podcast format.
My name is Alex, and this is Essential English Only, where you learn to speak with confidence.
Sometimes the moment when you need to speak English at work happens in a place that is far from perfect. Sometimes you are in a busy office, and other times you are in a noisy warehouse, a workshop, a restaurant, a store, or even outdoors. Sometimes it is a quick hallway conversation, and sometimes it is a formal meeting with many people. And because these situations change so much, many learners feel a natural discomfort when they try to use English at work. This discomfort does not mean you lack ability. It only means you have not had enough exposure to the right expressions, the ones people really use in daily professional life. Today you will learn expressions that work in many types of jobs, from office environments to hands-on jobs like construction, maintenance, logistics, cleaning, customer service, and many others. These sentences help you ask for information, clarify something, show appreciation, confirm a task, offer help, and participate in conversations even when the environment is fast and direct. Everything will be clear, simple, and practical, so you can speak with confidence in any situation. Stay with me until the end, because you will finish this video knowing exactly how to use each expression in real conversations, understanding when and why to use them. The goal is to help you apply everything right away, without feeling blocked, even if you are just starting your professional English journey. Before we begin, tell me, in the comments, where do you use English the most? At the office? In a factory? In a store? Outdoors? In meetings? Or in quick calls? Knowing this helps me understand your reality and create even more useful lessons. Let's begin. Focus on the essential. The first expression is, "Let me take a look." This sentence is extremely flexible and works in almost every job. You use it when someone asks for help, when someone has a question, or when they need to show you something. Imagine you work in an office and a colleague says a file is not opening. You can answer, "Let me take a look," before checking the problem. Now think about a hands-on job. A coworker notices that a tool is not working well and calls you. You walk over and say, "Let me take a look." The sentence shows calm, availability, and professionalism. Say it out loud. Now repeat it again, imagining the situation happening right in front of you. Excellent work. Each repetition helps your memory keep the phrase. The second expression is, "Do you need a hand?" This sentence is widely used in physical or practical environments like construction, restaurants, cleaning, maintenance, stockrooms, and transport. It is a simple and polite way to offer help when someone seems overloaded or is trying to do something alone. But it also works in offices when someone is carrying many items or preparing materials. Imagine you see a coworker trying to move a pile of boxes in a warehouse. You ask, "Do you need a hand?" Now imagine you are in an office and see someone walking with many materials for a meeting. You ask the same question. Say it out loud, then repeat it again with a more natural tone, as if you were really offering help. Very good. You are practicing real English. The third sentence is, "Alex, could you explain that again?" And I answer, "Sure. Let me say it more clearly." This sentence appears a lot in meetings, but you also hear it in training sessions, quick work explanations, and even outdoor conversations during practical activities. Imagine someone is explaining a new procedure and wants to be sure they understood. The person looks at me and asks, "Alex, could you explain that again?" And I respond, "Sure. Let me say it more clearly." Say it out loud. Now repeat the question and the answer, as if you were in my place. Excellent progress. Good job. Repetition is the key to memory. Now let's move on to expressions used when you need to confirm whether you understood something correctly. These sentences are common in every type of job, from office workers receiving detailed instructions to professionals in practical areas such as maintenance, logistics, cleaning, customer service, and construction. Confirming information is a sign of professionalism, not insecurity. The next expression is, "So, just to confirm." This sentence is perfect when you want to make sure you are following the right instructions. Imagine you work in an office and your manager explains a new procedure for organizing reports. After they finish, you can say, "So, just to confirm, we repeat what you understood." Now imagine a team working in a warehouse. The supervisor asks the team to move a specific group of boxes to another section. Before doing the task, you can say, "So, just to confirm, we move these to section B." This sentence prevents mistakes and shows care. Say it out loud. Then repeat it again, as if you were talking to someone right now. Excellent. The next sentence is, "I'll handle it." This expression shows confidence and initiative. It is used when someone gives you a task and you want to show that you will take care of it. Imagine you are in an office and someone tells you that a customer is waiting for an answer. You say, "I'll handle it." Now imagine a hands-on job like maintenance or cleaning. A coworker tells you there was a small spill on the floor that needs attention. You answer, "I'll handle it." In both situations, the sentence communicates reliability and teamwork. Say it out loud. Then repeat it again with a firm but natural tone. Perfect. This expression builds professional presence. Now let's practice a sentence that helps a lot when you need a moment to think, whether in a formal meeting or in a fast conversation in a physical environment. The expression is, "Give me a moment to think." You use it when you need to process information without sounding blocked. Imagine you work in customer service. Someone asks about a deadline and you need time to remember the procedure. You say, "Give me a moment to think." Now imagine a hands-on job. You are choosing the right tool and need to decide. You say, "Give me a moment to think." Say it out loud. Now say it again, imagining someone waiting for your answer. Very good. The next expression is, "That makes sense." You use it when something is explained and you want to show that you understand. It is simple, natural, and works in every job. Imagine you are in an office and someone shows you why a report must be submitted in a specific way. You say, "That makes sense." Now imagine a physical job. A coworker explains why it is better to move a piece of equipment using another path. You say, "That makes sense." Say it out loud. Then say it again naturally, as if you were in a real conversation. Great progress. Alex appears again in the next example. The sentence is, "Alex, can you check this part?" And I respond, "Yes, I'll check it right now." This type of exchange is extremely common in any job that involves maintenance, production, assembly, or logistics. But you also hear it in offices when someone asks you to review something. A coworker in a factory calling, "Alex, can you check this part?" I walk over and respond, "Yes, I'll check it right now." Now repeat this exchange, first calling my name, then responding as I did. Excellent. This brings you closer to real use of the language. Good job. Now your mouth and brain are working together. Now let's move on to expressions used when you need to update someone about the progress of a task. These sentences appear in every type of work environment, from offices to practical areas such as assembly, construction, cleaning, kitchen work, stockrooms, and transportation. Giving progress updates helps your team work with clarity and reduces misunderstandings. The next expression is, "I'm working on it now." This sentence shows that you are already taking care of a task and that the person does not need to worry. Imagine you are in an office and someone sends you a message asking about the status of a document. You answer, "I'm working on it now." Now imagine you are part of a maintenance team and the supervisor asks you if you have started checking a piece of equipment. You say, "I'm working on it now." Say it out loud. Now repeat it again with a natural tone, as if you were really updating someone. Excellent. The next sentence is, "I'll get back to you soon." This expression you use when you need to collect information before giving a final answer. It works in meetings, customer service situations, and also in practical jobs. Imagine you work in a store, and a customer asks you about a specific item. You do not know the answer yet, so you say, "I'll get back to you soon." Now imagine you are working in a warehouse and someone asks where a certain item is stored. You use the same expression. Say it out loud. Then repeat it again with a calm and confident tone. Very good. Now let's work with a sentence used when there is some kind of limitation or when you need to explain that something cannot be done at that moment. The expression is, "That's not possible right now." It is clear, polite, and very direct.
Is this making English easier for you? Then hit that like button. I never asked you for anything before.
Imagine you are in an office and a coworker asks you to speed up a task that depends on another department. You reply, "That's not possible right now." Now imagine you are in a hands-on job and someone asks to move a very heavy piece of equipment without the proper tools. You answer, "That's not possible right now," reinforcing safety and responsibility. Say the expression out loud. Now repeat it again, imagining the situation happening. Excellent progress. The next expression is, "Could you give me more details?" This sentence is essential when the information you received is not clear enough. It works perfectly in any environment. Imagine someone in an office gives you a vague request, like, "Make that report different." You answer, "Could you give me more details?" Now imagine a hands-on job. Someone asks you to adjust a machine but does not explain what is wrong. You ask the same question. Say it out loud. Then repeat it again with a natural tone as if you were really asking for clarity. Very good. Now let's practice another example where Alex appears. The sentence is, "Alex, can you help me with this task?" And I respond, "Of course, let's do it together." This type of exchange is common in any job that requires teamwork. Imagine you are working in a kitchen and someone needs help finishing an order. The person calls, "Alex, can you help me with this task?" And I answer, "Of course, let's do it together." Now imagine you are in an office and someone needs to check 2 documents quickly and asks for support. The exchange is the same. Say both sentences out loud. Then repeat again with natural intonation as if you were really calling someone. Excellent. Great job. Now, your mouth and brain are working together. Today, you practiced a set of expressions that appear in many workplaces, from offices to hands-on jobs like maintenance, customer service, logistics, construction, cleaning, and many others. The focus was always on real situations, showing when each expression is used and how it works in everyday professional conversations. These sentences help you ask for help, offer support, confirm information, clear doubts, update tasks, and participate with more confidence. Even if you still feel some insecurity when speaking English at work, remember that every sentence you practiced today was a real step forward. You repeated complete sentences, imagined real situations, practiced your tone of voice, and visualized moments that happen in the daily life of workers around the world. This type of practice turns simple sentences into active memory ready to use when you need them. Now let's review every expression from today's lesson. Repeat each one out loud. Let me take a look. Do you need a hand? Alex, could you explain that again? Sure, let me say it more clearly. So, just to confirm, I'll handle it. Give me a moment to think. That makes sense. Alex, can you check this part? Yes, I'll check it right now. I'm working on it now. I'll get back to you soon. That's not possible right now. Could you give me more details? Alex, can you help me with this task? Of course, let's do it together. Today, you practiced real English that you can already use in your daily life. You did not memorize isolated grammar rules. You practiced sentences that people really say at work. Every small step you take builds your confidence. Keep repeating these expressions today and tomorrow. Each repetition makes English feel lighter and more familiar. Step by step, repetition by repetition, your English is growing. Focus on the essential.
I'm Alex, and this is Essential English Only. Keep listening, repeating, and developing your English every day. You really learned what matters. See you in the next lesson, focusing on the essentials.